Okay, this is my latest addition, my latest purchase. As you can see, hopefully, it's a sandbag. Now it's a huge sandbag. It's very big. Okay, if you look at it, it says, well, apart from branding, hopefully you can see that. Can you see 150 kilos capacity? 150. So that's an enormous sandbag. The reality is that it's far beyond what I need. Now, it's not actually at this moment in time. It's not actually fully stuffed with sand. It's got a mixture. I think it's got 70 kilos of sand, and the rest of it is simply blankets, rags, pillows, whatever whatever I could stuff into it to fill it out a bit. So as a result, it's far from ideal at this moment in time. It's bottom heavy, because the bottom is definitely all sand. Well, no, the bottom is mostly sand. I did put a blanket near the bottom, I remember. So the bottom is mostly sand, and as it goes up, it gets ever less sand and ever more other stuff. But I think for my purposes, it's going to be okay, because I'm only going to use it at this moment in time as a raw beginner to do loaded carries. So basically bear hugs. So what the idea is, I'm going to go from this stool to the next stool, which is down the garden, and you'll see all this soon enough. Okay, that's another stool, you can see that's waiting for it. So the thing is, I'm going to put it on I'm going to use a 3-minute timer. I'm just going to go one way then the other way. So I've got a feeling that, even though that sounds quite tame, just walking down the garden with it, I've got a feeling that that's going to be extremely challenging. I know, just from filling the thing up and just getting it onto that stool, what a pig it was. So I initially started off with 80 kilos, so four bags of builder's sand rather, 20 kilos each. So I put in 80 kilos, and I quickly realised that it's just too much. I can't handle this. I couldn't get it off the floor. I couldn't do anything with it. So I reduced it. I reduced it 10 kilos, so I weighed out the 10 kilos that I reduced it. So I know it's got 70 kilos of sand in it, plus whatever the other stuffing weighs, which is considerably less. So what's 70 kilos? 70 kilos is 150 odd pounds, isn't it? Plus whatever else is in it. So it's going to be something like 160, 170 pounds. Yeah, which is still a far cry from the the 150 capacity. But I do hope, if I take to this thing, well, there's two possibilities. If I really enjoy this aspect of training, get a smaller sandbag. So find a small sandbag from somewhere, at some point in time. The reason I got this one, which is so big, is simply because the price was absolutely reduced. So I imagine that very, very few people have got any need whatsoever for a 150 kilo sandbag. Me neither, truth be told. But it was so vastly reduced, and I did ask them. I actually, first of all, I looked on AI. What can you do with a sandbag that's too heavy? And it said you can put in all sorts of materials, sawdust, which is light, wood chippings, which are lighter than sand, and just assorted rags. So I actually then my next port of call, I actually asked the people who sell it, because they've got a chat line, and I caught one. And I asked them, what do people do when it's just too heavy for them? And they said, just fill it up with with rags. So that's what I've done. So it's got a mixture of sand and rags, which I think it's going to be fine for this. Whether or not it'd be a good idea for squatting and that sort of thing, it's going to be so lopsided it might affect it. But I think just for carries it's going to be okay. We'll see anyway. We'll see. So let me have a go at one carry. Yeah, I think this is going to be a steep learning curve. And the thing that I'm dreading is having to put the thing down, because once it's on the deck, getting it off the deck is a task. yeah, so not so bad. That quite short distance so far, isn't it? You know, conceivably I could have turned around and probably got back if I'd have tried, but you know, first time I'm going to take it steady-ish. Let's see this spot. I'll put the clock halfway. So let's go back. So yeah, this is quite gentle, I suppose. So I don't know how many meters it is, but 3-minute time is quite generous, I think. So let's see what happens. So you can only experiment, dip your toes in, see what happens. I mean, whether or not at some point in time I'll be able to simply, you know, keep doing this on and off the floor, we'll see. So squat it up and then walk with it. Might be doable at some point. But one step at a time, literally. One step at a time. Okay, here we go again. Okay, not so bad. So what I'm going to do for the time being, I'm going to stick to this format, just one way. You know, eventually I'll go there and back there, and you know, I'll up the distance eventually. But I keep saying, first time for everything. You don't want to kill yourself first time out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce this time to 2 minutes. I think 3 minutes is a bit excessive. Okay, so we're running on a 2-minute timer now. Yeah. It's great when you stop. So I can feel it. mostly in my lower back, core area, you know, the abs, lower abs especially. So hip region, lower back, spine, erectors, that sort of thing. That's where I can feel it most anyway. I mean, I can, where I am now here, there's a step up, but then I could go further down the garden if I wanted to. But you know, I didn't want to step up on the first go. Okay. So I've done there, back, there. I'm gonna go back. That 2, if you like. Now do another there and back, 3. I'll make it 3 for today. So that's a gentle start. Get used to it. Yeah, I'll do one more there and back. So that's the introduction to sandbags. So this is the first time I've ever used one in my life, you know. The only thing that I can say, you know, remotely equivalent is that when I worked on building sites, I used to shoulder bags of cement. And I vaguely remember I could get sort of like 2 bags of cement up there. You know, that was a practical thing, you know. I wasn't doing it for athletics. I wasn't trying to kill myself to prove a point. It was, you know, part of the chug all day thing. So I used to shoulder carry 4 breeze blocks. So you get sort of like, your hand would extend to 3 breeze blocks, and then you'd have a 4th breeze block slightly set back, so you can get, you know, you got somewhere for your hand to go. And you know, take those up ladders. That took some getting used to when I was a kid. But yeah, hod carrying. So put 13 bricks in a hod, climb up ladders. Let's get this one done. But yeah, this feels pretty good actually, really. I mean, it's awkward. You know what I mean? It's just clumsy, but once you stop, you know, it feels like you're floating. You know, I can see it's. You know, I think it is going to be good for all-round athleticism. But not judge it too quickly. I'm definitely not disappointed. I'll say that much. I'm not disappointed. I've got the thing set up. I'm up and running. So the only way is up. As I say, I could probably, you know, probably have done with a smaller bag, less weight, and get used to it and do more things with it. But as things stand, I think this is going to be a very, very useful addition to the repertoire. I can see this is going to be a good thing. It's very hard, and hard in this game is good. Yes, very good, very good. Nothing wrong with that. So, just a case of progressing it now. So find ways to make it progressively ever harder. I think, you know, on a 2-minute timer, don't know. We'll see. You know, see. Maybe next time I do this, I'll kick off with a double. So here, back, and then gradually turn them all into doubles. So there's a turn involved. Yeah, it's good stuff. Honestly, I recommend it. You know, if you can get your hands on a sandbag, get one. Definitely. Yeah, different. Okay, so I think I'll just go straight through to the next element. So this is now the last element of the day. So our old friend, the kettlebell swing. So actually, you can't see it, but I'll show you anyway. I've started to, as you can see, painting the deck. You know, I started to repaint the decking. So hopefully you can see, you know, it's got a nice bit of paint on it. So I don't want to destroy that straight away. Let's have a look at this. So the thing is that this decking's got a slight rundown. I've noticed it slightly runs down. So I end up standing on. You know, I'm actually standing on a mat. I don't know if you can see it. So 1 foot on this mat and 1 foot on the decking, and that evens it all out. But last time I did this, I did the 20 down method. I think it was a slight change since I fatigued myself a little bit with the sandbag. Not bad though. Yeah, I wouldn't say it took a lot out of me. It's just a novelty of the thing. I'll stick a bit of weight on this, so I think I'll put, hold on, I need a 5 kilo. So this mountain time, it's got 30 kilos plus the handle. So 20 and 2 5s. So That's locked. That was the task of the day, getting this thing off. I wonder if I can get another 5 on, or if I turn it a 5 into a 10. We'll see. So that now is a 35 kilo setup, or 35 kilo on the handle. So I made that quite a substantial jump forward. So I'm going to take the reps down and then build the reps back up with this 35 kilo setup. Okay. Need some choke. Get in there. So that used to be liquid chalk, but keep it long enough, the liquid doesn't work. Okay, so let's set this up on an EMOM. I'm gonna play it by ear. Just do something. Just to start. Okay, 15. That one. Yep. I'm going to do 10 sets. I'm not quite sure how many reps. I say I banged it up 5 kilos, so quite a hefty increase. Okay, a bit quieter. That's 13. Whew. Quite hard. So the next one's 11. Yeah, not easy. So next one's 10. So let's work my way down, losing a rep. So I started at 15. So next time I'll start at 16. Just hold on to this weight for a while. Hopefully get back up to 20. Okay, 10. But I'll try and stick at 10. Try and stick 10s out for a while. So I've done 6. 6 sets, 4 sets left. Try and do 10 every time. We're good. Yeah, a little bit random today on these kettlebell swings, but still pushing it quite well. Not easy. So I didn't give myself a lot of leeway. Okay. 2 more. more, 2 more. Easy peasy, come on. Only 2. 2 won't hurt. So yeah, this is going to turn into a lot of fun, isn't it? Pushing that sandbag and then doing these kettlebell swings, that's going to be tremendous. That's what you sign up for. Okay, 1 more set of 10, I've done. That's a good workout. Deadlift, seated row, then a superset with back extensions and rear delts. Then finish off with a conditioning piece, sandbags. I don't know if sandbags are conditioning or what, or strength, probably both. Depends how you do them, I suppose. But sandbags and swings. Come on, let's 10. 11 if you counted. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you can feel it when it's hard work. That was hard work. So I dropped a load of reps, but I put it up 5 kilos, so yeah, that's a big increment of good stuff. And I will over time bring it back up in reps, so that weight's going to remain as it is for a good few sessions. And well, much more fun to come. Yeah. It's hard work, but it is enjoyable. You know, I imagine a lot of people looking in at this sort of thing. You know, if they ever do, I don't know. You know, if anybody who's not actually lifting actually sees any of these channels, but yeah, I think a lot of these influencers, you know, they sell rainbows and unicorns and incredible physiques and strength levels that, you know, you haven't got a cat in hell's chance of attaining, you know, unless you are sort of like in the tip-top elite and you're prepared to go, you know, down some very dubious roads. But I think you know, one of the things that this YouTube lot can do is to convey enthusiasm for the game. Yeah, it's the love of the game. You know, I don't care if I get no recognition. I don't do any competitions. Yeah, you can see, you know, my you know, everybody writes nice comments about my weight, my training, but you know, it's just run-of-the-mill puny stuff. But the thing is that I enjoy it so much. I really do. It's, you know, oftentimes it's the highlight of the day, and you know, there's nothing compares to it. I don't think, you know, well, I say nothing compares to it. You know, other forms of training maybe. You know, they've all got their unique feeling and unique effect on the body and mind. Yeah, so I don't mind at all a bit of running. I don't mind, you know, going on my bike. I don't mind rowing machine. But I think most of those things are not as gratifying as weight training. And you know, certain aspects of weight training that are more gratifying than others. But sometimes it's, you know, sometimes the thing feels absolutely awful, but you know, the sense of achievement then is all the greater. But I do tend to like this sort of like this, you know, this sort of like this blend of endurance and strength, and I think that that's why I might be onto a winner with that sandbag. think that that sandbag is going to offer something quite similar to these kettlebells. You know, it's that blend that I really enjoy. It feels like proper hard work. But it doesn't feel like it's going to snap you up or anything like that. Yeah, you're not got sort of like an eye out for injury. It doesn't feel like you're going to get injured. It feels like it's just a case of, you know, quite prolonged, quite hard work. Excellent. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. That's my thoughts at this moment in time. But yeah, yeah, I'm well pleased with it. I really am. I'm well pleased with it. Great stuff.